Hey guys, so today I'm showing you how I made this delicious turkey right here. Is the perfect turkey recipe to add to your Thanksgiving menu. Okay, make your turkey like this and I promise you guys it's gonna come out so moist all through the turkey and perfectly seasoned. So let's get started with the recipe. Okay guys, so you want to start by cleaning your turkey. So I removed the turkey neck that comes inside the turkey and like the giblets and all of that from the back of the turkey. So remove any packet that comes inside of your turkey and then you're going to wash it really well and clean it, okay? After you wash the turkey, you're gonna pat dry it using paper towel. So make sure you pat dry it really well to remove any extra water that's left on the turkey, okay? This is really important so that you get a nice crispy turkey in the end. Crispy on the outside, moist on the inside, okay? So yeah. And also this is a 12-pound turkey that I'm using here. Okay, so next I have prepped some veggies that I'm gonna use to stuff the inside of my turkey, and also if there's any remaining veggies left over after I stuff the turkey, I'm gonna put it around my turkey in the pan. Okay, so first thing here, I have a whole head of garlic and all I did was cut both ends of the head of garlic but leave it intact, and that's gonna be for inside of my turkey. Then I chopped some celery, carrots, and onion into some huge chunks, and I'm going to be using that as well to stuff the inside of my turkey. So I'm setting that aside, and next I'm going to show you the marinade that I'm using to dress my turkey all over and get it perfectly seasoned and moist and all of that good stuff. Alright, so in that bowl I'm mixing some mayonnaise, and I also added in a little bit of sour cream. If you want, you could just use mayonnaise, but I wanted to add sour cream this time, and it tasted so good that I just love this recipe. So next I added in a blend of seasonings. So I'm gonna list the seasonings here for you guys. I added some rosemary, some ground cumin, ground sage, ground allspice, some all-purpose seasoning, paprika, salt, black pepper, and dried parsley flakes, and I added that into the mayonnaise mixture. Next I added one whole packet of ranch dip mix, and also I'm gonna add in some butter, and you want to use a fork or something to combine all of these ingredients together until you have a nice smooth mixture. So once all of these ingredients are combined together, we're gonna get ready to rub the turkey with it. So I'm gonna start by loosening the skin of my turkey all around so that I can rub beneath the turkey skin and on top of the breasts, the legs, all of that. Okay, so after I loosen the skin, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna use that mixture we made and rub it all over my turkey beneath the skin. So I'm rubbing it in every corner, every crease by the legs. I'm lifting up the skin on the legs. I'm rubbing it there because this is gonna get your turkey nice and moist and so flavorful. Like seriously, the turkey breast was so flavorful, I was just in shock myself. All right, so yeah, make sure you rub the turkey down really well. After you rub beneath the skin, don't forget to rub the back of the turkey as well. So after I do that, I'm gonna rub the cavity of the turkey. So I'm putting some inside the turkey. And once the inside of my turkey is perfectly rubbed down, then I'm gonna rub the outside of my turkey all over. So I'm gonna flip it, rub the back, the top, sides, the legs, the wings, every part of my turkey on the outside is gonna get some of that yummy mixture we made, okay? And I promise you guys, all you need is this mixture right here, and your turkey is gonna come out so delicious and flavorful. All right, so once you've rubbed it down really good on the inside, in between, the outside, all over, And I should say this does get a little bit messy, you guys, so I'm using gloves, and you might want to put something below the turkey like saran wrap or foil paper or something, okay? Okay, so next I'm getting my roasting pan and I'm gonna prepare it for baking the turkey. So what I did was I'm using foil paper to wrap my turkey in. So I laid a few long pieces of foil paper in the bottom of my roasting pan, and I laid it so that I can fully wrap the turkey in the foil paper after I place the turkey in the pan. All right, so you have to perfectly seal it. So you can use foil paper or you can use a roasting bag, but I prefer to use foil paper, so that's what I'm using today. All right, so I laid my foil paper in the roasting pan, and then I just placed the turkey on top of the foil paper in the roasting pan with the edges of the foil paper flapping out, as you see here. So I should also say that in the ending, my roasting pan ended up like kind of tearing on me, and I had a hole in the bottom of it, so keep that in mind. Have a second roasting pan nearby just in case you need to double it, or better yet, use a professional roasting pan. That's even better. But if you're using the aluminum pans, then you might want to be careful and just have one on standby so you don't have a huge mess in your oven. Okay, so you guys, next what I'm doing is using the veggies I chopped up earlier, and I'm gonna place it in the middle, in the cavity of my turkey, and I'm stuffing my turkey with all of that good veggies. The first thing I added in though was my head of garlic, because that's gonna add some delicious flavor to your turkey. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add pieces of the onion, the green bell peppers, carrots, and celery. Okay, so those are the veggies I am using. And lastly, what I'm gonna stuff my turkey with is one whole apple. So you can use one or two whole apples and just push it in there in the middle of the turkey. So this is gonna help the turkey keep its shape so that it doesn't like flop down while it's cooking. It's gonna help it stay nice and perky and juicy looking, and it's also going to help your turkey to cook and be moist when it's done. All right, so the apple adds to the form of your turkey, and even more important, keeping it moist. Okay, so next what you want to do before you close up the turkey in the foil paper, I actually forgot to do that, and I had to kind of unwrap mine and add it. So what you want to do before you wrap it up is add in some stock. So add in some stock into the sides of the turkey. Don't pour it on top of the turkey, do on the sides. And then you're gonna, after you add in your stock, you can use chicken or turkey stock, whatever you prefer, wrap it in the foil paper very tightly, so make sure it's sealed in the foil paper. Okay, so next I preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and once it was hot, I put my covered turkey into the oven, and you're gonna cook the turkey for 3 hours. You don't have to touch it for 3 hours, just put it in the oven and let it cook for 3 hours. So after the 3 hours, your turkey is just about finished cooking. I'm gonna remove it from the oven, unwrap it, and I'm gonna, if you want, you could use a turkey baster and baste the turkey with some of that broth in the pan if you like. All right, and next what I'm gonna do is take some melted butter, and I'm gonna brush my turkey with that melted butter all over. Don't forget to brush the wings and the legs and get it all over. Okay, then you could take your turkey baster again and just baste it with the sauce. And next what you're gonna do is, this time after the 3 hours, you're gonna leave it uncovered. So I just kind of folded the foil paper to the sides, and you're gonna place it back into the oven. This time I'm placing it at 375 degrees, and I'm gonna bake it for 30 minutes to 1 more hour. Okay, until it's nice and golden brown on the top. You should have a nice brown color on top, and the turkey should be fully cooked. If you have a thermometer and you're using a thermometer, it should be at least 165 degrees. Okay, also I forgot to mention, so before I put my turkey back to finish cooking, what I did was I poured some of that sauce that was in the pan with the turkey, I poured it in a bowl. Okay, so that's gonna be what I use to make my turkey gravy. It's a very simple and easy turkey gravy. It's absolutely delicious. You don't need to do much in the gravy because this turkey is so perfectly flavored that the sauce has all you need in it. But yeah, so I poured out the gravy, the sauce from that pan with the turkey before I put it back to finish baking. And now real quick, I'm gonna show you guys how I made my turkey gravy. Okay guys, so after you get the sauce from the pan, what I like to do is use a strainer and strain the sauce, just in case there's anything in there that you don't want to add to your gravy. Okay, so after you strain it, you're going to get a saucepan and you're going to add a few tablespoons of butter into the saucepan. Next, I'm going to add in some flour. So I'm using equal parts butter and flour to make a roux, and you're going to mix the flour into the butter and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's a nice light brown color. Do not let it get too dark. And I'm using a whisk to mix the flour and the butter. Next, I'm gonna add in that sauce we took from the pan. Now, if you don't have enough sauce for the amount of gravy you're trying to make, then you can add in some chicken or turkey broth, okay, to make up for the drippings from the pan not being enough. All right, so I'm adding in that sauce from the pan, and I'm going to use my whisk and mix that with the flour in the pot. Okay, and basically you're going to let that come to a slight boil, and then when it starts boiling, you're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer until the sauce thickens to your liking. So I let it simmer for about 5 minutes, and while it's thickening, I tasted the sauce, and you're going to adjust your seasonings as needed. So taste it, and if it doesn't have enough flavor, you can add in some chicken bouillon powder. You could add a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt to make it taste how you want it and make it pop. But you guys, I didn't add anything to my gravy. I just let it thicken, and that was it, because the flavor was just so bomb. The flavor was perfect. I didn't need no salt, nothing, and everybody enjoyed the gravy and the turkey. So yeah, and here is my finished turkey, you guys, after 4 hours, looking nice and perky and flavorful. So after your turkey come out from the oven, you want it to rest for about 30 minutes. Let it rest, let it settle, so that that juice stays inside and it remains nice and moist. If you cut it as soon as it comes out the oven, the juices is gonna run out, and then the turkey is gonna not be so moist. It's gonna be dry. Okay, so let it rest, let it cool a little, and then you can serve it. So when mine came out, I let it rest, and then you can serve it. So I'm gonna slice piece so you guys can see how moist and juicy the inside of my turkey was looking. I just had to show you guys that, like, it was so moist. And yeah, you guys, like, this turkey is just the best. Okay, this is the best turkey I've ever made. It's so delicious. Please don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up for me if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel so you can see my upcoming videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.